right, Zach. All right, Scott, it's your show. We're live.
Oh, we're live? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Welcome to another episode of Digital Beatdown. I am your host, Scott, for the time being, until Mac decides to fire me. And today we're doing another. I know we've done a theme episode already. We're only 3 episodes in, but we're doing another one. It's a cage fight. We're doing all Nicolas Cage questions tonight, which
Not
I'm
the
very
bees!
excited for.
Not the bees! Sorry.
Yeah, nobody picked the Wicker Man, so we're not going to be talking about the Wicker Man, Mac.
Damn it! I was about to. It was literally on my list, but sadly,
That's the thing about Nick Cage. There's just so much to go around that it's hard to, get
yeah,
everything in there that you want.
yeah. I dig my thumbnail. I loved it. You know, but
Good
yeah,
stuff, Mac.
good stuff. Great.
Yeah.
Mwah.
But we've got Mac fighting tonight, along with John here.
Happy to be here.
You ready to fight?
I'm born ready.
And we got Mstacio doing fact checking.
Well, not
I'm
Mstacio.
not Mstacio.
Oh, you're not Mstacio? Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Oh, as
Yay!
much as I love Mstaccio, this is the second time I have been called something else.
I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed.
Do you not hear the rustling of candy?
I mean, I could I could actually impersonate her. I don't think she'd appreciate it, but I could impersonate her.
That ties in well to the first question.
But I am Miss, just MIST.
Just
And
missed.
hi.
I am sorry. And I'm not the one who should be thrown. Mac is the one who came in hungry. He should be the one who's making mistakes.
I am sorry.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, I came in starving. I was eating, and I apologize for this, people. But
You missed the real show, folks.
Yes, you missed the striptease.
It was delightful. Mac and cheese will never be eaten the same way again.
nah,
Yes.
it was delicious. Whatever that chicken and fries combo was just delicious, and I'm happy now. So here we are.
All right. Before we get into the fight, John, what's your relationship to Nicolas Cage as a persona, as an actor?
He just does batshit fun, crazy things, and I respect that in a person.
Damn straight. Mac?
My relationship is I'm the same with John. He does batshit crazy shit, and I mean, he's one of my favorite action stars and one of my favorite persons to see on TV. I love Al Pacino, but if Al Pacino were to retire, I would be happy Nick Cage is still there. So there we go.
And now Ghost and Mstacio. Do you have any thoughts or feelings on Nicolas Cage?
Oh yeah, I rather enjoy watching him because he has like a nice simmering kookiness about him. It's not overt unless he makes it overt, and then it's just glorious.
Unless it's Ghost Rider.
Right.
And even that, like, if I'm gonna pick a bad good one, it would be him. Even at his worst, he's pretty good at it.
That is for sure. All right. So let's get into the fight, which is going to be broken down into 5 phases. We've got the introduction phase where you state your answers. Phase 2 is going to be our declaration phase where you give us tell us why your answers are the best with no interruptions, no talking about the other fighters' answers. That's going to be about a minute. Phase 3, that's going to be a free-for-all. You guys are just going to fight it out for about 3.5 minutes. And phase 4, that's going to be around where we either ask you a question or you get a chance for a last-minute rebuttal. And then fact-checking, final phase. So are we ready to fight? Everybody prepared?
You're damn right we are.
Ready for a
I guess that's a yes.
good old fashioned row. Yes.
Keeping it classy. I like it. I appreciate that. All right. So, question number 1. What is the best Nicolas Cage performance that is not Academy Award worthy? And we will start with John.
I went with Face Off.
So Castor Troy / Sean Archer in Face Off.
Damn you.
And Mac, what is your answer?
I went with the critically acclaimed, should have been nominated, starring Jennifer Beals, Vampire's Kiss.
Vampire's Kiss, Peter Lowe in Vampire's Kiss.
Mm-hmm.
2 great roles. Both insane.
I want to say, John, before we argue, respect the hell out of you. But at the same time, fuck you for picking Face Off. I have a feeling I picked your backup answer. Did I? You're laughing a little hard. I did I?
No, I actually haven't seen Vampire's Kiss.
You fucker!
You gotta check it out, man. Okay, so for the first or the second round, you get a minute on the clock to explain your answer. John, whenever you're ready.
All right. So it's one thing to be in a movie being a character. It's a completely another thing to start to go meta. In this movie, Nicolas Cage starts as one person, and through a series of wacky, just action sequences, he ends up putting on the face of another, and that's what I love, the beauty of it, that we can be people. We as an actor, you can be a person. You can do impersonations of other people, but then when you're as a character trying to be the other person, there's something transcendent about that. Just something that says, like, yes, I like what they do, and I feel that I can do it just as well. And that's where the brilliance and the pure insanity and the fun of the movie comes out. That not only Nicolas Cage trying to be John Travolta, but it's also John Travolta.
That's your time. Sorry. Yeah. Well, we'll get a little bit more from you in the fight round. Mac, you get a minute when you're ready.
Vampire's Kiss is an interesting film starring Nicolas Cage. It's a great film. I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It stars Nicolas Cage. He is a he is a literary agent, and he is literally he's basically the stereotypical 1980s player. That's basically what he is. He's a guy that works, goes in club hops, and then he meets this woman who turns out to be a vampire. And then he thinks he turns into a vampire, and he's going through crazy spells. He's going around saying, I'm a vampire. Literally taking fake vampire teeth and putting in his mouth and just going. I mean, he's going from this cool, like, you got to think, from the beginning of this film, he's this cool, calculated guy that everybody want to be like, to this goofy guy that's thinking he's a damn vampire. Also, we got to talk about the things
Mac.
Damn it! I got to talk about the count ropes.
All right. Now we are going to move on to the fight round. You guys are going to get 3 minutes, 25 seconds to fight it out. Whenever you're ready.
Hold on, wait a minute. Go ahead. You ready?
Whenever you guys are.
All right. John, you're good looking. So I think we gotta blame that film for a lot of things. The fact that it actually kind of destroyed I feel like if we watch that film, it feel like they have not switched back because we haven't got the same Nicolas Cage since then. I feel like Nicolas Cage is now John Travolta, which is just boring as hell. And I need crazy kooky. I want crazy kooky Nicolas Cage. And I mean, he is fun in that film as Castor Troy, and he's playing two parts. It is very interesting. It's really a good. I love this film. Like I said, first it was my choice, and I really enjoy it. But I feel like, what does your character do? What does Castor Troy do besides that? Because I would say, yeah, he does act like John Travolta, and that is a pretty fucking amazing. But in my film, John Travolta, not in my film, Nicolas Cage eats a fucking cockroach. A literal cockroach. Can you top that?
I mean, that's not performance. That's
performance. That's art.
That's just meeting a dietary need.
That's not meeting a dietary need. He literally there's literally a cockroach and he eats it. That's amazing. Also, like I said, the performance in my film, he going from this cool, calculated guy to this goofy. He got to go from cool, calculated to this guy all the women want, to this vampire. He got to act like a dummy. This performance is so good that we're getting Renfield. Remember, we're getting Renfield because of this. He's playing Dracula. He's playing Nosferatu. And we're getting that. And I love this.
Now, do you think something like that was like a prerequisite? Just like, all right, so what's your previous vampire history? Like, oh, okay, vampires kiss. So I think Renfield is going to be absolutely amazing. Yes. But that is something completely different than.
I agree. I agree. It's something different. I'm just saying this performance was so good that it literally made people think, man, like everybody been wanting to probably be in another vampire film, and he has not done one since, and now he's doing one. This is a film where he was literally a goofy vampire, and he played it. He played goofy well. This is the film where he just like
he's absolutely fun as a goofy personality.
Yeah, that's the whole point. He's thinking he's a vampire. Also, like I said, I got to go with the insecurity, because in the beginning of the film, I forgot to say this. Because he is a cool, calculated guy, but also he has insecurities about himself because he got to go to a therapist. You know the meme. I didn't went one time. That's the we got that. That's the meme. We got the meme. That's from Vampire's Kiss. A lot of the memes you see comes from Vampire's Kiss.
I have honestly have not seen that meme, so I got to check that out. But I think there's more to him than just the goofy.
And time. Sorry, guys.
Shame.
All right. So now we are going to do the last minute round where all right. I guess I'll ask you a question here.
Can I ask a question too?
Oh, yeah. If you had a question, go ahead.
All right. So taking out Nick Cage, just focusing on your respective characters, if you saw them on the street, who do you think is crazier? and why? Who do you think is crazier and why?
Oh boy, damn it.
Okay.
This is bullshit.
Who's crazier and why?
This is bullshit. Go ahead, John.
All right, John, when you're ready.
And obviously I'll say my character, because he's just a bloodthirsty psycho killer. There's no stopping. He's gonna do what he wants to do, and he's being fully aware of who you are can make you more dangerous than not sure what you are. Just that self-realization, makes you more confident in what you're doing. So moving forward with confidence is much more scarier than moving forward with discovery.
Damn you. I really wish I could argue against you because there's some points. I watched Face Off too.
We're past the argument points. This is now talk about why your character's crazier.
Okay.
When you're ready, Mac.
I mean, it speaks for itself. He running around screaming, "I'm a vampire." I mean, just, that tells you most. I mean, I know that's like a typical. Like, I know you live in New York, and you live in the state of New York, Scott. But I mean, if you had somebody just run up to you and say, "I'm a vampire," that's like a typical New York minute. People are crazy like that, but I think what makes him crazy is the fact that he literally gets the vampire teeth and he actually literally do that and actually act like he's eating cockroaches, literally scaring people to death, telling them, "Hey, shoot me. That's the floor. I need you to shoot me." Stuff. He's crazy. He thinks he's a vampire. He thinks he can't be killed. This guy literally comes up to you and say, "Shoot me." Yeah, okay. This guy's insane. He does that in the film. So yeah, that answer your question.
All right, time. All right. Miss, do we have any facts to be checked?
Actually, you know what? I always wondered this. So apparently on IMDb, Nicolas Cage playing Peter Lowe ate a real cockroach for this film.
That was dedication.
That is dedication.
Oh, and here's another one. It's related, a couple down. The cockroach scene was entirely Nicolas Cage's idea.
There's a lot of crazy stories from the set of that movie.
Yes. Yes. Should have wanted that.
Mac is underselling it. Like,
yeah, I am. Like I said, I'm tired, so I'm sorry. I'm underselling it. It's a great movie.
Anything else missed?
Now, what did you say he was? Mac, what did you say he played? Or what he was in the movie?
I mean, he was Arthur?
Literary agent.
Literary.
Okay, I think it actually says he's a publishing executive.
Okay, I think it's the same thing. It says literary. I think it's literary agent. I don't know, publisher. I don't care.
But since I've seen the movie, it is. But we're doing fact checks, and also it's like I've seen the movie too, and it's like
yeah. I understand.
I knew he did literary stuff.
Yeah,
it's literary. I know it's literary. Yeah.
It's literary, and he was in a high position.
Yeah. I got you.
Okay. I think this was tough because early on I felt like I wasn't getting enough from Mac about character stuff with the performance. I felt like I was getting more about like the movie itself, and John was giving me a lot about why the character was interesting, like the fact that he's doing an impersonation, and it's like while doing that impersonation he's also doing an impersonation of his previous role in the movie.
Right.
Yeah, Mac pointed out a lot of the crazy choices, the specific choices that Cage was making for the performance. I think for this one, though, I'm gonna have to go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with Mac on this one. I think in the end, I got a little bit more about the character and the performance in general.
Okay.
Mist, what do you think?
All right. So there's a reason why I asked the question that I asked, because both characters are crazy, and they're crazy for different reasons on different scales. And yeah, as somebody who would kill somebody for no reason, yeah, that's a scary thought. However, if I was just roaming the streets and I randomly saw some dude with vampire teeth in their mouth screaming, "I'm a vampire," that would freak me out just outright more. And the only reason why I'm going with Mac is because there's one scene you actually could have said that probably would have swayed me the other way, John, and that is the scene where he just randomly infiltrates a choir and grabs a girl's butt.
Yeah, you would have won. I was like, that should have won. I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
For me, it would have been if you had brought up the scene where he's in the prison and he finally goes like, well, Sean Archer goes full Castor Troy and his eyes go crazy and he's just like fully broken.
Yeah.
Because it's such a layered performance on his part.
Yeah, I think the thing that kind of bit you in the butt was you could have won this if you picked a different scene as your example.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, but that was a tough fight. I
have to ask that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really want it. I really love Face Off.
They're both great movies for very different reasons.
Yeah. I originally was gonna go with Con Air, but I was like, I feel like
I don't think he was crazy enough in Con Air.
Nah.
In fact, he oddly played the straight man next to Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
Next to everybody in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to question 2. What is the best Nicolas Cage line, or the best line from Nicolas Cage? Let's start with you this time, Mac.
Put the bunny back in the box.
From the movie Con Air,
Con
which we were
Air.
just talking about.
Yep. I said it just like he did it. Put the
You
bunny back in the box.
And he does say bunny.
He does. Yeah. He has a crazy accent in that movie. I appreciate that you both picked concise lines from Cage. John, what is your line?
Going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Another classic Nick Cage line. He's got so many. Like, this is a tough one. Like, it's almost going to be impossible to say that either of you are wrong, but we're going to make a definitive answer either way.
Damn it. That's a good one. Damn it. Fuck you.
Okay, so minute on the clock when you're ready. Tell us why. Mac, tell us why Put the Bunny Back in the Box is the best Nick Cage line.
Okay, it's hard to explain this, but it's literally him. Like, if you watch the whole film Con Air, he is literally trying to get back to his wife and kid, and the bunny represents what he's been wanting. Like, that bunny is his whole adventure. That bunny is like what he promised to give that kid, his daughter, that bunny. And for that man to literally just, all he wanted to do, he said, I don't want no violence. I don't went to prison for this shit. I just want you to put the bunny back in. I just want you to put the bunny back in the box. And it's just interesting. It's like calm. He's like, just put the bunny back in the box. We'll have no problems. I don't want to kill you. But that guy just kept agging him. And then you get to the second best line of that film when he killed him. He said, why didn't you put the bunny back in the box? You know, that whole scene compiles, like, it's just him. That bunny represents his family, him literally like coming full circle. Like, this is my way back. This is what I've been fighting for. Sorry, I'm done.
You're good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, John. Why is I'm gonna have to steal the Declaration of Independence the best Nick Cage line? When you're ready.
American language is a very interesting concept. I kind of read and studied a little bit about this earlier on, that American language values time. We want to make sure things are given to us in a timely manner. And that's why this line, I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence, is such an important line, because it doesn't waste our time with a bunch of fucking around. It states some very clear things. Who? Him, Nicolas Cage. What's he going to do? Steal. What is he going to steal? The Declaration of Independence. Boom. We know what he's going to do. He's down to the point there, and he's not wasted our time with any stupid narratives. Here's what we're going to do. This is the movie. Get it? This is what's happening. Come on
in. And time. Solid opening argument.
Yeah.
All right, let's put 3.5 minutes on the clock whenever you guys are ready.
So, I love, but once again, fuck you. I love this. Is another one of those films I love. Damn it. I love National Treasure. So go on, John. Joe. Go. What you got?
I guess why I prefer mine over yours. I totally appreciate the significance, the allegory of his trip, but if you don't know all the Nick Cage movies, even if you came in blind, like, hey, what quote is this movie from? Put the money back in the box. Unless you're like a super hardcore Nick Cage fan, you might not be sure. You could be thinking of a couple of different movies that involve bunnies. It could be Con Air. You could think it might be from Red, another phenomenal movie involving a bunny who is actually a grenade launcher.
But this is the thing: you when you automatically hear "put the bunny back in the box" and it's a Southern accent, you only know that there's only one film that Nick Cage has a Southern accent. There's only one film that he going after a bunny, and there's only one film where he has flowing like hair that's better than it's only Butter guy. I don't know his name.
That's if you know Nick Cage movies. That's the problem. I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence. Once again, there's not very many movies that have have the balls to do something like that. You're just gonna think, oh wait, okay, I remember seeing all those goddamn trailers.
Well,
it's that Declaration of Independence movie, right? Wait, no, it's National Treasure. That's it.
Look. Not all of us can get Diane. Not everybody. All of us. Look, I know that my film has all stars, and I know we got John Malkovich. We got Dave Chappelle as a young actor. I mean, not all our films have Diane Kruger, like Kruger in her film, which she was super hot, and she still is. We don't have her.
We're not even talking about the film itself. We're just talking about the line.
Yeah, the line.
If we're talking about quotable quotes, if we just did movie lines, if this were Jeopardy and we got quotable quotes, and we got put the bunny back in the box. If we have like just Mayim Bialik just reading it off, put the bunny back in the box.
You automatically gonna think it's Con Air, though.
If you know Con Air, but sometimes some of those questions you have to have some sort of an inkling of like, okay, can I bullshit my way through this answer? If you say I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence, that narrows it down to National Treasure.
Okay, got a good point, but personally, I think your line is bullshit and it sucks and fuck you.
I think there are better bunny lines than put the bunny back in the box.
Well, you got to have the Southern accent. See, you got to say put the bunny back in the box.
Put the bunny back
in the box.
And that's a perfect way to end that round.
It was perfect.
That's a perfect way to end that round, Mac. That's time right there.
Fuck, I have more, but I just now I was coming in. I was having a second coming.
You had to do the line a few more times.
Yeah. I was about to say he could have said put the bunny back in the damn box, but he didn't say that.
All right. Let's see. Miss, do you have a question for this round?
I'm trying to think of one.
Yeah, this is a tough one to come up with one.
Whose adventure would you want to go on?
Oh, what the fuck? Oh man.
Take it everything you know about both movies. Whose adventure would you want to go on?
Keep in mind you have to say this line at that moment. Like you're doing exactly what Nick Cage would do.
Damn it.
All right, Mac, when you're ready.
So you're saying which adventure I want to go on?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to pick between mine or his?
Yes.
Y'all fucking suck. Okay. I obviously want to look. Fuck you guys. I always wanted to go to. Fuck you guys. I always wanted to be Indiana Jones. Of course, I'm going with National Treasure. I wanted to do that shit. That's where I wanted to live. I don't want to go. Fuck you. Just fuck you, Miss. You knew that. You knew exactly what you were doing. This. You know I don't want to go on a plane full of prisoners and get myself put right by these fuckers. Fuck you. Of course I'll go with National Treasure. That's easy.
All
You got
right,
30 seconds,
I'll make it easier then. John, you have to argue the opposite.
Of why I would want to go on a Con Air.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sure.
Wow.
I'd say family. Family is a very important thing, and when you're taken away from your family, you're going to do anything you can to get there. Like, I've had relatives that have died, and I want to be there for my family. So come hell or high water, I will be there. So if that means riding on a plane full of the worst of the worst, to get to my loved one, in this case my daughter, and I need to show my best face to get it there. Sure, I want to prove my love. Absolutely, I will 100% prove my love and kill any motherfucker that gets in my way before I can give. She's gonna take that bunny and she's gonna fucking enjoy it. She's gonna treasure that thing. She's gonna treasure that thing more than a fucking Declaration of Independence.
I concede.
Time.
I concede.
That would be a very interesting ending if in Con Air. She's like, ew.
What the fucking bunny?
You better love that bunny.
Give it a kiss. Just kiss it. Kiss the damn bunny.
The goddamn bunny, you bitch.
Oh man.
We're going to the mall. We're taking pictures with the bunny.
I'm taking pictures of the bunny, and all you can do is say, "Ill, take the damn bunny, hug me, bitch."
I was gonna ask you guys to do like your opponent's line, just do a line reading, but I feel like that was better.
No, I could have done it. I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
I feel like you ruined it a little bit.
I did.
It's too monotone.
Well, sorry. I'm sorry, Scott. I don't know how to do it, but it is what it is.
All right.
I should have went with my backup, not the bees. Damn it.
Not the bees.
Not the bees.
I mean, I would have liked to have seen you argue for that as the best line.
Look, when you get bees stinging you in the face, what the fuck are you gonna think? Which fuck are you gonna say? Not the bees, not the bees. Damn it!
I also don't know if I think that was in a deleted scene. I don't know if that counts. Miss, do you have any facts to check?
I don't know if I can fact check anything here because I was fact checking, making sure everybody was saying the quote correctly, even though I knew in Con Air you were saying it correctly.
Thank you. I wrote it down incorrectly, but
you did. But yeah,
I knew what it was. Yeah.
I will say this though, there is one fact that you got wrong, Mac.
What?
Has done Southern accents before. Does an Arizona accent not count?
Yeah.
It's the
okay,
South. It's the Southwest.
Hold on. Let's define accent here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You New York people have an accent that I'm not used to.
I'm from New Jersey. I'd also like to point that out.
That makes it even worse. You are not helping your argument.
We don't have any vampires here, by the way. That's all up in New York. Okay, Mist, but who do you think won this one?
Okay, if I'm going to take everything crazy about Nick Cage and actually make it normal, like crazy normal Nick Cage, I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence. It just sounds like something he would just say.
Yeah.
Like it literally sounds like that's just like he would just wake up and say that. And not with a weird Southern accent that you cannot pinpoint where in the world that's from.
Me neither. I don't know. I told you I could see it.
Yes, Nick Cage. Yeah, that's line for a movie. No, I'm really gonna go steal it. Oh, God damn it.
So you're going with Declaration,
Yes, national treasure.
National Treasure.
Hello,
Oh.
hello. I need to call. I need some money out the bank. I'm had to bail Nick Cage out of prison.
And in the background, I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, we're gonna need $2 million.
I'm a vampire too.
No, sorry, scratch that. Make that $5 million.
Put the bunny back in the box, sir. There's
10
no bunnies
million.
here.
10 million. We need 10 million. Just
Who gave Nick Cage a bunny? God damn it.
and some milk. And we need we need McDonald's a Big Mac, some fries, and a chocolate milk. Thank you.
This is the plot of Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent 2, and he ends up on an actual Con Air.
He just relives all his movies in real life.
Yeah.
Well, didn't he kind of actually do that? What was that movie that he like recently did where he's kind of making fun of himself?
The
Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's I've been wanting to watch that.
Him and Pedro Pascal do a face off. It'd be great.
It's awesome. I want to see it. I want to
Yes.
see that so badly.
I gotta watch that tonight.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh my god.
All right. But for me, for this round, I appreciate both of you were making similar arguments in that like your line kind of sums up the character's like motivation,
Fair.
the whole project. But I think John's argument was a little bit stronger in that like it sums up the movie so concisely, and you, even if you don't know Nick Cage movies, if you just hear that line, you know, oh, this is National Treasure.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with John as well.
Did you not hear me concede the point, damn it?
I heard you concede the point. I'm still making my point.
He's making his Declaration of
I gave
Independence.
up.
This is why Mac fires me.
I put the bunny back in the box.
All right, so that round goes to John. So we got one round each. All right, round 3. What is the best Nicolas Cage film that, you know, that is not an award-worthy film, like an Academy Award-worthy film, in your opinion? So, John, start with you. What is your pick?
Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland.
Once again, fuck you. Fuck you. Damn.
2021 classic film.
But this time I can go better. But go ahead. It's my turn.
Yeah, when you're ready.
Kick ass.
Kick-Ass.
Mm-hmm.
2010 Matthew Vaughn film.
Yep.
Okay, so let's put a minute on the clock. John, when you're ready.
So, of all the jump scare games that are out there, especially notably Five Nights at Freddy's, it's only inevitable that the movies are going to come around. Enter Willy's Wonderland, a movie about a haunted Chuck E. Cheese-esque place where all the animatronics are possessed by just demon devil worshippers, and they are there in those bodies, and they're killing anyone that's lured in there. Enter into the movie Nick Cage's character. What does he say? What are his memorable lines? He doesn't say a goddamn word. What does he do in this horror movie? Does he follow any of the horror tropes? No, he just is there to do a job. And he is his car fixed, and these motherfucking animatronics are getting in his way. Not on Nick Cage's watch. He beats the ever-loving piss out of them. He curb stomps a fucking gorilla in the bathroom. It is an amazing movie.
All right, Mac, you get a minute to talk about Kick-Ass whenever you're ready.
Nick Cage, literally, I always wanted to play Superman, but damn it, I'm going to say right here, he would have made a damn good Batman, and he did a damn good job as playing a Batman. I would have loved to see him as Batman, but this is the closest we got to seeing him playing that character as Big Daddy. Yes, Big Daddy. So his character was literally like he was a mix between like Michael Keaton's violent Batman and Adam West's Batman. He was being that character. He was being both of those characters as once. He was like, without the mask, he was just this nerd who was just a nice guy who just like, yeah. And then when it came time to get serious, he would get serious. Like I remember he threw that butterfly knife and went, I was like, yeah, you gotta take this serious. They can kill us. Like he was not only a loving father, but a person that was like a person that actually wanted to get the job done. Because when he put that mask on, he was Big Daddy. He was kicking ass and he was killing people. And his death scene puts a tear to my eye every time. I'm like, fuck you guys. I mean, they fucking tortured the shit out of him and they burned him alive in front of me. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm about to cry. That fucked me up.
Matt getting emotional.
Yeah.
All right. Save it for the fight.
I'll save it.
All right. Get 3.5 minutes when you guys are ready.
Now?
When you're ready.
Okay. So let's talk about silent Nick Cage in the film kicking some ass. Okay, that's cool and all, but that's all he does. He's just sitting there silent. It was perfect. I admit, Willy's Wonderland is a good film for silent Nick Cage, but in my film, he is literally he's literally doing a Batman and Bruce Wayne persona. He is literally doing a damn good job as
he does, but he does it as a side character.
I understand that. I agree.
It's not a Nick Cage movie.
Okay, well,
it is an Aaron Johnson movie. That has Nick Cage in it.
Okay, here's the thing, but who do you remember more from Kick-Ass? You remember Big Daddy or do you remember Kick-Ass himself? And I understand Kick-Ass is the main character. You remember Big Daddy? You don't remember Nick Cage's Big Daddy is the crowning achievement of that film, and he does a damn good job. He's the side character, and he's doing he's taking over the damn film. He's barely on the cover. I admit that, but when you watch that film, you're like, damn, Nick Cage acted his ass off in that film, and he did a damn good job in that film. Willy's Wonderland.
He acted his ass off as just being very, stoic as Big Daddy, and just are you gonna sit here and tell me you did not tear up when them motherfuckers tortured the shit out of him to get some information and burned him alive? Alive. I am incapable of sadness. There's only rage in this heart.
that you're trying to tell me you have no emotion because that junk was sitting in that shit. He was sitting there, and it was like. He just like it was hard for me to watch. I'm like, damn, really? It
was a very tense scene, and then he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. But that's why Kick-Ass.
I think if we're trying to play the dead card, I don't really think that's gonna.
Oh no! I'm not playing the dead card. I'm just saying that his performance was that good because in Kick-Ass 2, they tried to replace him with Jim Carrey, and Jim Carrey couldn't. Jim Carrey, I love Jim Carrey to death, but they were really trying to.
Those are very different characters too. So
I know.
From Kick-Ass too. Let's get back to Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland.
I think there's more to a film when you can convey what you need to do without saying a word. I'm a very big fan of just being able to just state your purpose without saying a word. That says a lot more. And then just going to the fun of the movie, it just gets rid of all the standard. The only reason you had fun watching that film was you wanted to see them animatronics get killed because everybody got tired of hearing that. It's your birthday. Come on, it's your birthday. Everybody wanted them motherfuckers to just go away. Please smack the shit out of you. And who got the job done?
Okay, but
who got the job done?
Okay, here's the question. Here's my question though. If there was anybody else with Nick Cage playing that part, because any silent character could play that part. Nick Cage was just a silent character. Can you see anybody else playing Big Daddy besides Nick Cage?
Absolutely.
You can't, but you can't picture it. Because he played it. If we literally was like, Big Daddy survived. Damn it.
Sorry, Mac.
I was getting there.
You were almost there. And you guys both got a lot of good points in there. Huh?
Yeah.
Miss, do you have a question for this round?
I did, but they kept arguing it, and it's like, well, you would just be reiterating what they already said.
Yeah.
What
All
is your
right,
birthday?
I got one. If you could add, like since these are the non-awards type movies, if you could add one like awards movie trope, like what would it be to your movie?
Like, what would he get nominated for?
No, like if you could just like add like one like trope, like somebody doing an accent, or like a biopic character, something like a typical. Oh, this is probably a bad question.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I'm like, what did we get awarded for? That's what I was trying to figure out. Like,
Well, I mean, your question was fun, not Academy Award worthy.
what did we get an award for? What should he have got an award for?
No, I mean, my question was just like, yeah, let's make it that. Yeah, what would you give him an award for in your movie?
Okay, John.
Minute when you're ready.
As far as a best award, and I'd say best, honestly, just best action sequence. Any of the fights that he gets involved in are just fun, and they're just out there. And once again, the absurdity. Nick Cage does absurd movies, and we love him for it. And just the action that he puts into it, just especially the gorilla scene. I love him fighting the gorilla in the bathroom. It's just such a fucked up scene of just fun, just this gorilla taunting him, and then just having the tables turned, piss beaten out of this guy. And then out of all the fights, that's the one that just made me go, oh Jesus. When you put his foot on the gorilla's head and just stomped down and just smashed his head. It's like, fuck yes, best action movie ever. Get it.
Time. Perfect. Mac?
You know what? Fuck it. Let's just say best dad. Best dad award. He was the best dad. I mean, he was literally, I mean, it wasn't effective. It wasn't as efficient as you want to think of the dad was, but he legit loved his daughter. You felt the love with him and Chloe Grace Moretz, with them two. You knew he loved his daughter. He did anything he could to protect her, and he tried to teach her to, instead of just being that dad that just like, nobody touches my daughter, or stuff like that. He literally was like, no, I'm going to teach you how to protect yourself from, because I'm not going to be here. He knew I'm not going to be here for a while. I'm not going to be here forever. So I need to incorporate what I know to you so you can protect yourself. And that's how we got Hit Girl. And that's how she became herself. So that's why I want to say, if you want to give an award, Best Dad Award, I want to say Best Supporting Actor Award for Oscar, because they're not going to give that to Nick Cage for that film. No, but if they were, I would then award Best Dad.
All right, so but you're going with Best Dad, right?
Best Dad, yes.
Okay. All right. Not to push back so soon, but he did turn his daughter into a child soldier.
Fair.
But anyway, any other facts?
I'm trying to look up stuff, and it keeps sending me. I don't want to go.
But yeah, but Scott, to your word of he told her and soldier, you're not gonna say he didn't love her. He did love his daughter.
That is true. That is true.
He did love her. He did instill all that talent in her like. He told her, "Hey, do what you can with it. Do what I taught."
I mean, he told her to kill people with it.
Yeah, he did, but he didn't. He told her when he was dead. He was like, "Look, do what you do. Hey, live your life."
With his dying breath, he's literally like giving her directions to kill people.
Yeah, well, that's true. But that was his final order. So yeah.
I mean, I love it. I'm not gonna take points away for that.
So did you know that Nick Cage apparently produced Willy's Wonderland?
Yes, I know about that.
I actually did not know that.
No, I didn't know that.
He has like a production company. I was just reading a book about Nick Cage, and he has a production company that he still does some like smaller movies with.
Interesting.
Might want to give Adam Sandler some tips on that one. I love you, Adam. I really do. I'll always love Billy Madison.
but everything else is shit.
The movie left me with so many fun questions too. Just like, what is that drink?
But you know what's strange about both of your guys' movies is the fact that in a weird way, Nick Cage kind of plays a supporting character in both.
This is true.
That is very true. Which to get into my thoughts on the round, a lot of John's argument against Kick-Ass was about how Nick Cage is kind of a side character, which Mac, you didn't push back on. You probably could have a little bit.
Yeah, I did. I wasn't trying to push that point up because it didn't bother me that much. It wasn't about him being. It was. I did say yes, he was a supporting character, but he was the person you remembered the most about that film.
Yeah, there's an argument to be made in either direction, but I think John's pushback on that I think that hurt you a little bit because while Nicolas Cage is obviously a very important character, he's not like as a big of a factor in the movie, I guess, as in Willy's Wonderland, because in Willy's Wonderland he's kind of the focal character. I also appreciated John's arguments about how he was able to convey a lot through silence and without any dialogue, and also still be able to get like a lot of like weird Cagean ticks in there. You mentioned that I think it was after a round, but you mentioned the drink that he's constantly going back to. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with John on this one.
Okay.
For Willy's Wonderland.
All right.
Okay, so I actually did find something. So, and it's something Max said, and I got to give him points for this one. Nicolas Cage modeled his speech mannerisms as Big Daddy on original Batman Adam West.
Yes, absolutely.
Totally doing an Adam West impersonation. It's great. I love it. I love both of these movies, for the record.
Okay.
Mist, what do you think?
I am very much torn
Mhm.
because I am a sucker for an actor to do something outside of what, and I won't even say typecasting because I don't want to say it's that necessarily, but something outside of the norm, like not saying a word. That takes a lot of talent to not say a word and still convey the same thing as if you are actually saying it. But I also love and met Adam West in person. And do I want to make Scott's life difficult? Because I am not the host, I am the sidekick. You know what? I'm going to make your life difficult. Mac, you won for me.
Thank you. You know what we can do. You know what's going to happen.
I don't know what to do now, Mac.
Split the decision in half. We both get a half point.
You both get a half point. Okay, so you each have 1.5 points.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter in this one because we got 2 more questions.
We do. We still have 2 more questions. Things should
even out. Yeah.
Even out.
Yeah.
Another fun fact I just found, because I was just wondering, because there's also those weird sequences with the pinball machine on his brakes.
Yeah,
he loved them too. Yeah. I was
like, okay, do they have the machine somewhere? It's actually a re-themed table of a Devil's Dare. And I really enjoyed pinballs. Now I want to find the Devil's Dare machine and play that.
Well, John, now that the rounds over with, I do love Willy's Wonderland. I love it. It's tough, but I still stand by what I said.
And I love Kick-Ass.
Yeah, Big Daddy was just
and I am a sucker for like the silent trope because because it's talented. Like
it's talented. It's hard. It was hard for me to come up with an argument against that. I was like, it's talented.
It's also something that's not normally done now. That's a very 2030s thing.
Yeah, especially for a star as big as Nick Cage to do something like that this late in his career. It's a ballsy move.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah.
Yep. Totally.
All right.
All right. Let's move on to question 4, which Mac, I might need your help with a little bit on because I feel like I don't fully understand it.
Okay. So the question is what
Which canceled or overlooked Nick Cage?
well what I mean
film?
by cancel, like if he when I mean overlook is a cast that I want to say
he was almost a part of.
yeah. Like overlooked. He was almost there. Like you can say it was canceled or he was a part of, but he out, you know.
Like famously, he was supposed to play Superman in a Tim Burton Superman movie.
Yeah, but that was canceled. Or
Exactly.
better yet, like he was supposed to be in the Matrix, but he turned that down.
Right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
All right. So which canceled Nicolas Cage film would you like to see him in? Would you actually like to see?
Me?
Yeah, let's start with you, Mac.
This is tough. I had to really go out and I had to think real hard. And I think, what would Nicholas Kim Coppola been good in if he didn't turn it down? And I literally puzzled and I just came to the conclusion of, man, he would have been good in Lord of the Rings. He would have been great. I think he would have been good Lord of the Rings.
We'll get to that. We got your answer, Mac. Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and John, what's your pick for this one?
Everything that Mac just said, but substitute that with Shrek.
Now, I believe both of these came out in 2001, right?
Yeah,
I think the first Lord of the Rings was 2001.
I thought that was 2000.
Shrek was 2001.
Yeah.
No, that's Return of the King. Never
Yeah,
mind.
Return of the King was 2003.
2001, yeah. Fellowship was 2001. Yeah, so both of these movies are from 2001.
Oh, damn.
Interesting.
Oh, damn. Yeah, interesting. Well,
okay. All right. So Mac, when you are ready, you get a minute to talk about Lord of the Rings starring Nicolas Cage as, I believe, Aragorn.
Aragorn. That's which one? Sorry, who played Aragorn again? I forgot.
Viggo Mortensen.
That's what I thought it was. Okay, sorry. All right, I had to make sure. This is not a bit. My brain is not working right now. I had to think about that for a minute. All right, because the actor was in. I just had to get his face in my head. Okay, ready?
When you are.
All right. Look, Viggo. I love Viggo Mortensen. He's amazing actor, but hot damn, if you could see Nicholas Kim Coppola in that damn role as Aragorn, I think Liv Wilder would literally be falling down like, oh my God, it's Nicolas Cage. No, you would have to be fucked up. Like, Nick, no. Like, I think he could play it because he has the look for it. And I was at a time where he could literally put that armor on. I mean, and Nick Cage really has not done sword and shield type of roles, except like he did in them future roles, like in in the Sorcerer's Apprentice, he did sort of like that. But I want to see him in this role. I like to see him as Aragorn. I think he would be good. It would have been interesting to see him. I think the film still would have succeeded with him. Luckily, it did succeed with Viggo, but I think the film would be better with him.
We'll get back to that, Mac. All right, John, whenever you are ready, you get a minute to talk about Shrek. Was he going to play Shrek, I believe?
As Shrek, yes.
As Shrek,
yes.
Okay. It's Nick Cage as Shrek.
Like Mac, I was pouring through, it's like, what movies has Nick Cage not done? And as I was looking through, it's like Shrek, and I like to have the nice, vivid imagination. Could he do a Scottish accent? Absolutely. He does accents. He does Nick Cage accents fun, and I think whether he does it as in a Scottish accent or just as a Nick Cage accent, I think him as Shrek would be absolutely amazing. It might make some of those lines a little differently. Not necessarily as serious, but just with a fun, kooky intensity that Nick Cage brings to the role. Like, get out of my swamp. people are like, fuck. The movie's gonna be over in like 5 minutes at that point. Just okay, we're out, we're gone. Just interacting with like Eddie Murphy and John Lithgow. I think it just makes for some like fun lines that he could have had a lot of fun with that role.
And time. All right. Good opening arguments. I want to see both of these. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see anything. I want to see more Nicolas Cage, and anywhere we can. But I feel like he would have made an interesting Shrek.
Yeah, you would have. I ain't gonna disagree with that, but I gotta argue against it.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole point.
Yeah. He's full of shit. You're full of shit.
Mark figured out the show. God.
All right, let's get into the digital beatdown. 3.5 minutes whenever you guys are ready.
You're full of shit, John.
I'm going to take care of that after this debate. Let's talk about Aragorn. It's some of the dark and broody stuff I could see him at, but just some of the trying to be like a little more like kingly at times.
I mean, he could do it. It's not. We're like you're underestimating Nick Cage. He could do that. I think you're downsizing Nick Cage to let him play Shrek. I think the person who should have been played Shrek. It's just sad. It's sad. It should have been Chris Farley. Chris Farley was almost given the role of Shrek, and it's sad that he passed away before he got it.
100%.
He would have made a great Shrek. I think you're underselling a little bit of Nick Cage because I think it's a part that it doesn't have a lot of meat for him to do as Shrek. I mean, Aragorn feels like something
Nick Cage doesn't have a lot of meat to do because it's the voice acting, and that's where he's going to have the most fun with it. Instead of just like sitting around in armor, maybe have a wig with the long hair, like, oh, look at me, you bow to no one. That instead we have we have the opportunity for just some fun Shrek lines.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, John. I think what the problem is, I think you're trying to give him an accent, and I think the problem was if you listen to the Chris Farley one, he wasn't having an accent. He was just Chris Farley. So I think if they got Nick Cage, it would have been Nick Cage doing Nick Cage.
It would have been absolutely amazing. As just Nick Cage being Shrek.
It would have been good, but I think, like I said, I think the problem is I feel like Aragorn, it will be a challenge for Nick Cage. It'll be something that he could literally like, okay, Aragorn. I think he will. You don't tell me this. I believe that Nick Cage literally read all of Tolkien's, even The Hobbit. He would have read all those books.
Oh, he is a super nerd.
He's a super nerd, and I believe,
and I love him for that.
I think he would not saying, like I said, Mortensen did a damn good job. It's hard for me not to see Mortensen as that, but I can see Nick Cage, and Nick Cage would literally give it his all, if not his best effort, to play this character, and I think he would have done it. I'm just saying it would have been interesting. I'm not saying it would have been better. It's hard for me to see because I need to see footage. But from him to just like getting cast, it would have been interesting.
Well, we really have to view the tapes, but if once again I'm just like kind of putting those things in there, like see like him in those like pivotal scenes, like where they go charging into Mordor again.
I can see him doing that. He can feel you. I mean, I can see him doing that.
I just like see him like in his armor, just with his.
I mean, he has done soldier movies, and it may not have been medieval times, but he has done soldier on movies. I mean, he did a World War II movie. I forgot what it was. Wind Talkers. He did that, and he was a soldier in that film, and he was the leader of that unit, and he did a damn good job leading a unit. He could do that. It may not be the same, it might not be in the same time frame, but he's proven he can lead a unit. I could see him doing that.
You're a unit.
I don't know how you recover from that, Mac.
Yeah, John won.
Yeah, damn it.
Let's call the match. It's over.
No, I'll show you my fucking unit.
No, and that's where the stream ends.
Damn it.
And the OnlyFans begins.
Yes,
There
it
you go.
does.
Okay. Miss, do you have a question for this one?
All right. So this one you might really have to think about. Rewrite your respective films, to fit the Nicolas Cage-ness.
Man, I gotta do that on the fly. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. John, you got yours first because I really gotta think.
Are either of you ready?
Yeah, I can talk for a little bit. Yeah, I got this.
All right, John, 1 minute when you're ready.
I think for something like this, if you put Nicolas Cage into the Shrek verse as Shrek, best part is just to lean into some of his quotes that you can just have, that they can have fun with Nick Cage being Nick Cage as Shrek, and the mythos of Shrek can lean into some of those stuff. For example, if all of a sudden, like maybe they're holding the Easter Bunny hostage at some point, what line could they use? Put the bunny back in the box.
Fuck you.
and then he goes after Lord Farquaad with just a big fist. And obviously the bees can come into their.
Damn you! No, damn it!
And time.
I should. Yeah, I'm glad I went second because I could figure something out. Okay.
Mike, you ready?
All right. Cool. All right. So I was thinking more so of they could literally incorporate some, like when he's fighting. Like I said, it got to be serious, but they can incorporate some Cajuns in this. He literally somebody tries to he's cocky. We can make him a little bit more cockier. We can make Aragon a little bit more cockier. Literally him fighting somebody and flinging and somebody missed him. He said, "You missed me. You're supposed to stab me right here, right here, right here. You missed. Stab me right here." And he said, "Oh, missed again." Like that. You can just give him some more cockiness to him. That's how I feel you can get the Cajuns while keeping it serious a little bit. Give it a little bit more cockiness. That's all we're doing.
All right, time.
That was hard.
It's tough. Yeah.
I'm probably never going to be asked to do this ever again.
What? You can be on next time. I'm just
no. I mean, like asking questions and stuff because you hate my questions.
No, I don't hate your questions. No, I don't hate your questions. That was just hard. No, it was. I like the question. It's just as hard for me.
I know that. It's just like I'm purposely trying to make you guys think on this one.
I was thinking long and hard. Yeah. I was like, damn, that's hard. That was
never be afraid to post a fair challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to because this can make or break. That
was a good question, and I was sitting there thinking he got the easiest way to make it a cage, but I don't have it. He has the film, I don't, and that's why I was like, that's a challenge. But I'm gonna do my best, but I can't go too much into it because it turns out it won't be a. If I went too much into it, it would be a disaster. But I had to do what I had to do to make it a little bit better. So there we go.
All right, Miss, do you have any facts to check?
I'm gonna ding John for one thing, and it is an opinion, but I think it's an opinion most people agree with. Can Nicolas Cage do an accent? Yeah. Can he do them well? No.
I would appreciate his Scottish accent, even if it's terrible.
It would have been.
I can appreciate it, but I will not go along with. Can he do it well? No.
Well,
Yeah.
Kevin Costner does the accent. He doesn't do it at all.
Yeah, he's not a
He
great actor
stops.
though.
He does not. I mean, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and Zach's in the chat. He can attest to that. He says, "Now I know your pain. Now you know my pain, missed." Anyway, I just, he did a little accent. He's like, "Hey, I'm Robin Hood. I'm Robin Hood of Loxley." That's him. That's him. He does not do an English accent. Everybody does an English
But I
accent.
will say this about him not doing the accent well. It gave us one of the funniest slight jokes in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
What? I
Yes.
speak the King's English.
No, I can.
I
Yes,
speak
I
with
know.
an English
I speak
accent.
English accent.
I speak with English accent.
Yeah, that was a total hit at Kevin Costner not doing
Oh, it was.
We'll,
man.
we'll get into all this in our Costner fight.
Yes.
We're
yes.
talking
Waterworld.
But,
Finally,
okay,
we can talk
so-
about Waterworld.
the
So-
postman.
some things about why Nick Cage rejected the roles that he rejected for people who don't know. So apparently the reason why he rejected Shrek was because he didn't want to look like an ogre. And
Kinda
the
comes with
reason
the
why
territory.
he I was gonna leave that alone. And the reason why he turned down Lord of the Rings was because he didn't want to be away from his son.
That's
Good excuse.
that's fair. That's fair. Not like he didn't want to do the role. He just needed to stay close to his son. Yeah.
I don't want to look like an ogre. Nick, it's a voice acting thing. I have to get into character.
Okay, we're gonna need another $5 million. We're gonna hate being Joe again. Damn it.
The casting director. So that's why he dressed up like a bunny for Con Air.
Yeah, I have to be the bunny. I have
I'm
to be
auditioning for the part of the bunny.
the bunny. I'm about to play Bugs Bunny I'm gonna play Bugs Bunny in Space Jam.
What's up, Doc?
What's up, Doc?
He'd kind of be great. You know, he would.
That would take a whole different turn for that movie.
Suffering suffrage. Actually,
Alright.
put the bunny back in the fucking box.
Mist, who do you think won this round?
Oh fudge.
Oh,
Oh,
that thing.
now some part of me does regret asking that question because Mac, you put in a very valiant effort.
Thank you.
I cannot deny that. However, I think Shrek lends more to burying Nick Cage effectively.
I agree. That's the reason I was upset with that question, because I was like, damn, I can't do it because I don't want to do it because it will fuck up Lord of the Rings. And if I lose this point trying to fuck up Lord of the Rings, if I win this point fucking up Lord of the Rings, I will not do it. I'm not doing that. I will not go that far. I draw that bridge. I was like, I'm not doing that.
And honestly, I was not expecting John to go where he went, where I'm like, wow, that actually would work.
I'm not going that route. I was like, nope, I can't. Nope, I lose. If I lose that because I'm not going that far. There's ways I'll go far about it, but I ain't going that far.
But I do give you tremendous points for the effort because you did actually make it work. You really did.
Yeah. Because I went with Vampire's Kiss. It's like, hey, you gotta hit me there. This.
Yeah, but I have to agree though. I do appreciate your argument about how it would have been a challenge for him. I do think Lord of the Rings probably would have been more of a challenge than Shrek, ultimately.
Yeah, Shrek would have been easy, just the easy answer for him. But I think
he's a better fit for the character than he is for Aragorn.
Great. I didn't know it was Aragorn. That was my problem.
Now if he had played one of the hobbits, that's a different.
That was my thinking. I didn't think it was Aragorn. I thought it was one of the hobbits when I hit that answer. Once again,
or even Boromir. Him as Boromir would have been really good, I think.
Yeah, that's what my thinking was. I was sitting there thinking he would have been one of the hobbits, right? He would have been a good hobbit. But then when I looked at the question, you said Aragorn, I was like, this is going to be a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to try my best. If I lose this question, oh well.
Yeah. But yeah, I appreciated John's arguments, and the examples from the movie in the Nicolas Cage voice really helped sway me a lot. But yeah, I have to go with John on this one.
Yeah, I feel you.
And in the case of Shrek, don't do the Scottish accent.
No,
No.
it won't work. It won't work with him. It will not work.
It only works with Mike Myers.
It only works with him.
Because that's all he freaking does now.
Yeah.
Kinda.
All he does is Shrek.
No,
Okay.
I mean, it's all Fat Bastard.
Yep.
Well, no. We have to go back to I married an axe murderer, but we also would have to go back to SNL.
Yeah.
True, yeah. It's one of his voices, one of his like 3 voices.
So Zach said something about the Raising Arizona. He said, what if we made Cage Southern and made him do his Raising Arizona accent?
In Shrek?
I don't know. He just said that.
I mean, I'd be cool with that in either of these, but I think it would definitely fit in Shrek.
Yeah, Shrek more so, because I think it'll be a little off-putting in Lord of the Rings.
Right.
It would be hilarious though.
It's like, where are you
It would
from?
ruin the movie.
All right. So how would it do if I win the next one? We're going to a tiebreaker round.
Yeah, I guess if you win the next one, we have to do a tiebreaker somehow.
Oh shit! Damn it!
Damn it!
Let's end this already.
All right, on to round 5. It is a pitch round, so we're not going to do the typical phases. We're just going to do one long pitch, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I think Matt, we started
yes.
with...
He said Zach says yes, by the way.
Thank you, Zach. So John, I think we will start with you with your pitch. So we'll give you like 5 minutes.
All right.
When you're ready.
All right. So I was trying to think of a bunch of different movies that we could have fit Nick Cage into. He's already said he doesn't want to do the Marvel movies, so I just kind of put all that out. And I was trying to think of like, what could we do? I'd love to see him in a comic book universe, which pretty much puts us at the DCU. And I think he would make a great fit as Dr. Fate. So my pitch for you, working titles, Dr. Fate back in the helmet again. So obviously we don't have to worry about the current Dr. Fate. Spoiler alert, he died. If you haven't watched Black Adam yet, guess what?
Spoilers.
It's past the statute of limitations there. There are spoilers. So Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate is dead, but Dr. Fate was never just one person. He was always a concept, an avatar, a champion of the Lords of Chaos and Order. So we can take the character that Pierce Brosnan was, just put him aside, and we can bring in Jared Stevens, who was a thief that was contracted to steal the artifacts, his helmet, his amulet, the cape, and you could say these are national treasures, if you would. So he's tasked to steal these. Well, he gets betrayed, and he ends up using these items for himself. So this is a good chance for Nick Cage to get some to get some action, be able to do some magic. He's got history with the Sorcerer's Apprentice, so magic will come naturally to him. And there's a lot of fun features that you can do with that. Put the helmet on him, and as the Jared Stevens, he has access to like darts and daggers. So plenty of that, and just a bunch of like the little magical razzmatazz. Usually when you're taking a comic book movie, you're basing it loosely off of some of the bigger storylines. So I think for the Dr. Fate movie with Nicolas Cage, we could go to Earth War, which puts in a good nemesis of Mordru, who wants to steal the artifacts, wants to kill the Lords of Chaos and Order. And this puts up a great fight between the two. We're still pitching who needs to play as Mordru. Maybe we'll just have John Travolta. There we go. Face Off. We're pulling in so much lore here from other Nicolas Cage movies. It's going to be fucking phenomenal. And this movie can also introduce the Legionnaires. If we're getting full into the DCU, this would be a good movie to introduce other brands. Whether they're just like side bit characters or they get their own thing. I think the Legionnaires would be a fun thing. They're also involved, have relations with Dr. Fate and the DCU. And this could really focus on the magical aspect of the DCU besides just all the punching and the superpowers. That there needs to be some more delving into the magical aspect of DC Comics, which they haven't done too much in the live. They do a lot in the animated with the Dark series and Constantine and such, but they haven't done that in this. So honestly, that's, I think, would be a great movie, and I think Nicolas Cage as Jared Stevens would be a great fit as a new Dr. Fate for this new DCU that is going to be upon us.
All right. Solid.
Okay.
Solid pitch. All right, Mac, when you're ready.
All right, so as you know, we're getting two separate Batman films. We're getting the Batman a new Batman film, which is going to be Robert Pattinson, and we're going to get a Batman film, which is going to be Batman Incorporated, which is going to be Batman and Robin. Now, in that Batman and Robin, we need somebody that we need a villain, but I don't want a villain. Like, I feel like they're going to pack this film full of villains, and I don't want another criminal underlord. I don't want another Falcone. I'm tired of Falcone. We've seen Falcone in several movies. I'm sick and tired of seeing Falcone. So how about this? Instead of Falcone, we get Maxie Zeus. And Maxie Zeus would fit the profile of what Nick Cage acting style. He's cocky. He's a person that literally thinks he's Zeus. But we don't have to go with the Zeus persona, because we know for a fact that Nick Cage can act crazy, and he could do crazy well, but also he can be charming like Maxie. So why about this? Maxie Zeus, he's literally sitting there with Batman. He's trying to compete with Batman. We're not going with the criminal that goes into Arkham, because Maxie Zeus is just criminal. I'm going with the Batman animated series one, where he is literally like a multi-billionaire who is literally on par with Bruce Wayne, and he's a character to just after Bruce. He just wants everything that Bruce has because he feels like he's superior to Bruce. This will set up some criminal background with Zeus. People are this could set up like a criminal background story with him. People can move around Zeus. Like, people are getting they're literally shipping everything through Zeus, and I think that would be interesting. Also, it would literally give something that I feel like would be interesting. It would literally give Nick Cage chew a lot of scenery. He'd shoot a shit out of this film. He would literally, you could see him playing. It would literally give him, like, we already seen it. He can play he can play dual roles when he can do it. He could be that calm, sensitive guy, male-mannered guy that talks with Bruce like, "Hey, Bruce, hey, how you doing, pal? How's it going? You got those?" You said, "You hanging around with the chicks?" He said, "At least I'm not hanging around in my tower thinking that I'm Zeus." He said, "Look, Bruce, we all got to do our thing. So what I do in my free time, that's what I do in my free time, okay?" He could do that. Also, you can see him acting like Zeus. "I'm all powerful Zeus. Yes, worship me as I throw my bolt of lightnings." You can see that stuff. You can see him doing stupid stuff like that. You can see him. You could literally picture him being that crazy, convoluted character while being this middleman for criminals. You can literally see him. You can see him bringing in like people. We don't need Joker. We can fuck that. I don't want Joker. We need to put more different characters in here. You can literally do characters like, for example, like the person I've been wanting to see for a long time. You can get Scarface. Scarface can steal something from Bruce. He can literally help him out. We can finally incorporate motherfucking Scarface into the DCEU Batman. Something I've been waiting to see for a long fucking time, and this would be the perfect way to incorporate one of my favorite villains into the DCEU. Do it, DCEU. Put Scarface in the damn films. I'm tired of seeing. I'm tired. If I had to see Joker in another motherfucking DCU film, I will lose my shit. Sorry, I had to get mad about that because I'm sick and tired of Joker being in the film. But you get my point. It literally gives Maximilian Zeus is the middle guy that can bring in more characters, not just side characters, just like Penguin. Because we already used Penguin, we need to get a new character. And Maximilian Zeus is that guy that is not only on both sides, he has two sides. He can be the upper crust and work with the lower crust. He can do both sides. And Nick Cage can play this character very well. And I want to see him do it. And I think he can do it. And he can do both sides and he can do it well. And it will literally be something. It will be something we ain't seen him do in a while. A villain. We will literally get to see him play the villain. Something I've been wanting to see. Something that we hadn't seen since Castor Troy. So this is something that we will get to see him do as a villain. And I would like to see that. So yeah, that's it.
All right. Solid pitches all around. I guess Mist, do you have any any facts on these pitches?
I don't think I can fact check something that's hypothetical.
Yeah, it would be tough. Nothing about these characters actually incorrect. I think they got pretty much everything.
Yeah, I can't think of
accurate.
anything like, again, because it is a hypothetical.
Right.
Yeah. Because Max Zeus is originally like this criminal mastermind. He's the lower criminal, but when he went to the anime series, they turned him into like this millionaire that sat beside Bruce Wayne. And I want to use that character as a basis. So I just use that.
Okay. My thoughts on this round.
You gonna give us a question, or you just want to?
Oh, should we have a question first? Yeah.
I mean, if y'all don't got one, we can go. You can go.
I
do you have a question,
have one.
Miss? Yeah.
Convince me why I should spend my money on getting Nick Cage and not Machine Gun Kelly.
On both our roles?
Because to get Nick Cage, that's a lot of money. So why do you feel that we could go with Nick Cage and no one else? And don't talk about your movie necessarily. We're going through his whole career.
Why should I cast Nick Cage as Max Zeus?
Why do you think he is absolutely the 100% perfect role? And why should I invest my money into Nick Cage and not go super cheap with Machine Gun Kelly? Because you know he ain't doing nothing.
Yeah. Why is he like the Robert Downey Jr. or like the Chadwick Boseman for this role? You know, the one
Yes.
You can't see another person in that role.
Hold on, I'm trying to visualize anybody else in that role. Sorry.
Well, don't.
No, I'm
Yeah,
trying to see if
that's
I'm trying to
horrible.
know. I want to be. I'm honest. I'm sorry. I'm 100% honest. You know, I got to be honest here. Even though I want to win, I don't want to win. So I got to be the middle ground, and I got to be honest because I really want to go to bed. I'm gonna be honest here. You know what? I gotta say, I'll tell you why. If you sing films, like you sing a lot of his over the top shit. And the thing that makes Nick Cage perfect for this role is the fact that and you sing Vampire's Kiss. He's a guy that's insecure. He could be crazy at times, and he could be a crazy guy. And he's the guy that thinks like he is a vampire. That was that's the thing. He can act like a vampire one minute. He's a vampire and he's a normal, cool, smooth, suave guy. He did that in Vampire's Kiss. He did that. So this is what I'm trying to picture. I'm picturing Nick Cage as this suave guy. He got his Nick Cage haircut. He got his shades on. He got the shades on. He's literally I could literally picture him. Like you could put anybody in that role as Bruce Wayne. He will literally just still the scene. He's gonna get you money because you're gonna get money and he's gonna get money. He's gonna be on there. You can see him with that Nick Cage like that. Like for example, Gone in 60 Seconds haircut. Get him that Gone in 60 Seconds hairstyle. He literally will steal the scene right there and literally just like he can literally go ahead and do that. He'll steal it.
All right, John, when you're ready.
All right. Reason number one, Nicolas Cage is not a bitch, unlike Machine Gun Kelly. Fuck that guy. Secondly, he's done a lot of the movies that's kind of parodying what Max said, is that he's the Dr. Fate role just has a bunch of different stuff that you can do. He can borrow from his time as a Benjamin Gates National Treasure from the for the Jared Stevens role as he's working to steal these artifacts. Later on, he can be tasked with that glorious burden of responsibility, and he's done intense roles. If it's stuff like Con Air with his determination to see his daughter.
And time. Sorry,
fuck you.
off, but okay. Any further facts missed based on that? Nothing.
I kind of want to quiz John on what is the character's name in Con Air.
I haven't watched Con Air, so I couldn't tell you.
It's Cameron Poe.
It's Cameron Poe.
Okay.
You bastard.
Because I just find it funny the whole time he's been using that as an example, but never once has he actually said the character's name.
Cameron fucking Poe. I bet you know SARS the damn virus.
All right, so this round was interesting. I thought, Mac, you made the initial argument that you didn't want another crime lord, and then it felt like you went on to describe another crime lord.
No. I don't want another Falcone. Let's put it like that. I don't want another Falcone.
Specifically Falcone.
Yeah, because there was Falcone in like 2 films. I just didn't want another Falcone. That's what I meant. I don't mind crime lord. I just want a different person.
Yeah, but I think that honestly was probably my biggest pushback on your pitch.
Yeah.
It felt too like similar to other movies that we had seen before, just with a different guy. And I felt like we got a lot more out of John's Dr. Fate pitch, which reminded me of like other superhero movies I had seen. Specifically, I was thinking of like the Paul Rudd Ant-Man, where he's like this thief who finds the suit and becomes the new Ant-Man, which obviously is a format that works. And I thought that your reasoning for why Nicolas Cage is a good fit for the role made a lot of sense. His history with National Treasure obviously being key, and playing the sorcerer and Sorcerer's Apprentice. Like he didn't
say that.
He did say that.
He did not say that.
Yeah, he did. I made a note of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he said Sorcerer's Apprentice. That's one of his only like real big fantasy movies like that. And yeah, I thought that the storyline that you brought up was interesting. I just thought we got a better picture for what the movie would be.
Okay,
from
whatever.
John, so I'm going with John.
Okay.
You know you want to lose.
I do. I don't care no more.
Okay. Honestly, it's kind of the same thing that you're saying, Scott, but it's kind of like the spectrum of both sides. Like Mac's idea, while not bad, is simplified. And again, with John's side, it's not bad, but it's like, whoa, that's overloading. I kind of want to go with John's only because no one ever talks about the Sorcerer's Apprentice. It's a fun movie. It is. It's not a good movie, but it's a fun movie.
Yeah, I got you.
But I do agree with you about they need to switch up some Batman stuff, because I'm sick of seeing some Joker. Ooh, I'm sick.
Yeah, thank you. I'm tired of Joker. Like Joker they need to take 2, 3, 4 years away from Joker.
Joker needs to go on a vacation.
Yeah,
don't kill him. Just go on a vacation.
Go on vacation.
I could totally see Cage playing like a Christopher Walken-esque Batman villain.
That's what I wanted. That's exactly what I want.
I get that, but it's also like we've gotten a lot of crime lords in Batman movies recently.
No. This is what made Mac. You didn't hear nothing when I said Maximilian would be the upper crust. Like we got little. Basically, I'm literally making Max Shrek. I literally argue this is Max Shrek.
I know, no,
Well,
and I noted, like, I wrote down, I
Falcone-
specifically wrote down Christopher Walken in my
Yeah,
notes.
yeah, because Falcone is literally lower to like Falcone literally has literally everybody know this guy's a criminal. I want somebody that's on both sides of the coin, and that's what Maxie Zeus does. That's
if you're gonna bring in coins, you got to bring in Two-Face. Come on, man.
I do want to bring in Two-Face, but I don't see him as damn Two-Face because I don't see him. I don't think
it would be the exact same face, unless we get John Travolta. Then it would be two faces.
Two faces, yeah. that would have been my
Travolta plays one half of the face and Cage plays the other half.
There we go. Face off.
All right, Miss, you already.
Yeah,
you said
John.
Yeah. So John, you won this round. You won this fight.
But you know what? That was incredibly close, though.
It was.
You guys argued the mess out of your points.
And the fun thing was all this, like Mac, I think every time like we had answers, like we're like two sides of the same coin. Like if I didn't pick my answer, I would have picked
yours. Yeah, I would have picked if you didn't pick, if you would have picked something other than being biased, I would have picked Face Off and I would have argued the shit out of it. Have your answers. I was thinking in my head, I want that answer, but you got it.
And I was going between Shrek and Aragorn.
I didn't know it was Aragorn. I was like, if it was Aragorn, I would have been like, nah. So I didn't know.
Neither of you wanted to see him as the white Jamaican villain in Green Hornet?
No.
No.
Yeah, I understand that.
Hell no. I think he needs. Yeah, no. Somebody was on shrooms when they made that. Thought of that idea. He's too.
I think it was Nicolas Cage's idea.
I think Nick Cage needs to think more higher of himself.
Well, if that's the lesson we should take away from this is Nicolas Cage is the reason for everything.
Exactly.
Nicolas Cage, he's a legend.
Fucking legend.
People need to put more respect on his name.
Put some respect on his name.
But yeah, John, you win our first and hopefully not last Cage fight.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Boy.
Have to have you back again, be able to fight again. It doesn't have to be a cage fight if you don't want it to be. I understand that.
It might. We might have to do a still. We got more in store. Stiller fights.
Yeah, we're gonna do a Travolta fight as like a counterpoint to this.
Stallone fight, maybe. Throw Mama on the train. No, wait. Oh,
throw Mama from the train.
That's not.
DeVito fights. Ooh.
You know I'm down for a DeVito fight.
Yeah, DeVito fight would be awesome. Yeah,
I will judge that because very nice guy, very short.
I know he's a nice guy. He's so nice. Oh, best. Honestly, the best Danny DeVito performances. Zach is probably in the chat saying it's Batman Returns as the Penguin. Because
and that's what I called him when I met him.
Yay!
I will never forget that. And I know I said that on the very first stream, but Danny, if you ever see this, I remember you, bruh. I hope you remember that I screamed that out at San Francisco or San Diego SeaWorld.
Danny DeVito, I hope you know that if you're watching this, I love doing Batman, and I fuck all those critics who says that you bite people and you're just biting people. You ate that fish. You ate that fish.
That's what you're gonna wait. If he's watching this, you're gonna waste that.
Yeah, I'm gonna waste
come on the show, man.
Yeah, come on the show. Yeah, we would love to have you on the show.
Yeah,
you know what? In all honesty, if we invite him, I would not be surprised if he just says hell yes.
Honestly, like him, like, can we get Adam Sandler on the show?
We could get him on the show. Hell, I would. All people are invited to Digital Beatdown. Anybody want to be on here, talk junk or not? We love to have you on. Adam Sandler, if you're watching, we love to have you on. Danny DeVito, love to have you on. If
Machine Gun Kelly,
definitely
just email us.
Pass.
You can send us an email.
Send us. Also, want to say a shout out to Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks, if you're watching, you are more than I'll roll out the red carpet for your ass.
I'm glad you said Mel Brooks. I thought you were going to say Mel Gibson, of which I would have been like, no.
Nah.
Oh no, we already
we are lethal weapon fights.
It's only about the show.
Oh damn it! Lethal weapon. Lethal weapon. Oh.
Anyway, John, do you have anything you want to plug?
As always, if you're ever in the Northeast Wisconsin area, want to come see me, be a funny person, come to Green Bay. Come see me do shows at Comedy City. Also, if you got nothing better to do in July, come see me at JohnCon, Northeast Wisconsin's biggest John-based convention, July 14th and 15th. All run by me, all very budgeted.
Well, I mean, I think all of Green Bay is sad right now. So I think it's very sad. I think the cheese done wasted now.
Take your mind off of the Aaron Rodgers Blues by coming to JohnCon in July.
Oh, that guy is right there happy. He's happy as fuck. He's a Jets fan. Guy is happy as hell.
Yeah, he's your problem. He's presumably your problem now.
Hey man, I'm hopeful, but as always, I expect nothing.
I'm saying if he's on the Jets, they get to play the Bills, and we have Matt Milano back.
The Jets will always find a way to disappoint me, so I'm never too hopeful.
I appreciate their consistency.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a Bucks fan. They find a way to disappoint me, but I just take it.
You've won a Super Bowl in the last 60 years.
So
that's something.
I still. You don't think I have pain? There's pain. Damn it!
You don't know pain.
You don't know pain. I had to deal with Greg Schiano for 2 years. That motherfucker was terrible. Fuck him. I hate him.
Anyway, Miss, do you have anything that you want to plug?
I am on, I almost said the wrong one, Twitter. Cabby Anapedia. I do daily polls. This week I am doing Resident Evil 4.
All right. And Mac, got anything to plug?
Yeah, I came here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, but I already out of bubblegum for some odd reason.
You live.
They lived. Anyway, I can quote Moby quotes too. John, I got one question. How tough was I?
What's that?
How tough was I to fight?
Oh, I think it's tough. Like if we had saw each other's faces off, put them on each other, we could have exact same argument. We could have faced off.
I'm gonna take his face. So this was tough. I'm not gonna lie to you. I apologize, people. I apologize to some people who expected. Man, I'm tired of seeing Mac argue for shit. Look, I was not supposed to fight tonight. It was supposed to be John. It was supposed to be not John. It was supposed to be Joe. And sadly, Joe got sick, and I just took over. And I didn't have nobody else ready to go, and I just fuck it, I'll do it. I wasn't expecting to get in, but
feel better, Joe.
Yeah, feel better, Joe.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
yes.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about what happened to Joe. But Joe was really one. But the good news is Joe said he is down to be on another game, on another digital beatdown, and we're definitely love to get him on another one. We're gonna put him on one. The next one we're gonna do is just gonna be a normal ass digital beatdown fight. Right at this moment, we're just doing this once a month until we gauge an audience. And so far, you are liking this show, but we're trying to gauge an audience until we could literally do this mostly. So if you want this show to be a daily thing, and I think y'all do, then keep watching us, keep telling us, keep like, where's fucking digital beatdown? Let us know, because we want to make this a monthly, not just a monthly thing, but a daily thing and a weekly thing, so we can start getting some belts to people. Because I want to have a belt. I want to be the undisputed champion of game fixers, and that will happen when that happened, not if. When that happened, I'll be happy. But guys, come watch a lot of our shit. Go watch us on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Make sure you come back Saturday for the GF1 podcast. No, we have not set up an end subject yet. I'm working on that shit. Hell, we didn't even work up on the thumbnail and the stream because, guys, fuck you. I fucking destroy waffles. Fuck waffles. Fuck waffles. I will go and we will talk about probably waffles and pancakes and talk about how superior pancakes is. This is my fucking stream, unlike Owl's. I control this damn stream. Fuck you guys. Pancakes rocks. But make sure you go watch that show. Make sure you go watch a lot of the stuff on SoundCloud. Me and Miss, I'm gonna announce this. Me, Miss, Trillexo, and somebody, we got one other person joining us. We're gonna be doing color. What we came up with, Miss? Was it color? Was it
color cast or something?
No. It was no. It was minorities on film.
Yeah.
Minorities on film, where we would be talking about not black actors, but minorities in film, like minorities films that are particularly
like Friday.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. We're gonna talk
Boys
about
in the Hood. Somebody getting shot.
Somebody getting shot. Not only movies getting shot, but maybe people that are black directors or films that have
like Tyler Perry, Spike Lee,
or
John Singleton.
Blazing Saddles, which had surprisingly Richard Pryor as the writer of the film. We're gonna be talking about that, but guys, that will be SoundCloud exclusive. So if you want to watch that, you gotta listen to it on SoundCloud. So the good news is, you go on podcast, you put it in your car, and you can hear us cussing and shit and say "fuck everybody," "fuck all this," and also go to your SoundCloud and see if you want to hear "fuck asshole" and "fuck you, John," and "fuck you, Zach," and fuck waffles. If you want to hear "fuck waffles" a lot and say "fucking waffles suck," and you want to hear me say "waffles suck,"
really backwording this with a lot of swear words.
Okay, so if you want me to hear me say waffles suck and they need to die and they are the devil, they're the devil's food. And every time you eat it, it literally is like if you eat a waffle, it's literally like spitting literally in the face of anybody, spitting in your parents' face.
Donkey from Shrek would have a different argument.
Well, Donkey is a nasty ass, nasty ass, dirty ass.
He loves waffles.
Waffles were
Eddie Murphy, if you were hearing this is not a hit at you.
No, I love Eddie Murphy. I just didn't like Donkey. I'm sorry. But anyway,
Eddie Murphy, come on the show.
We'd love to have you on the show, Eddie Murphy. And John Lithgow, you're definitely invited. We'd love to have you. Anyway,
Lorenz Tate, you too. My number is 555.
Wait, Lorenz Tate is old as hell. What?
That don't make him not sexy, okay?
All right. But yeah, that's all for me, guys. Make sure you go listen. SoundCloud, GF1 Studios on SoundCloud. Make sure you go listen to that on there. And TikTok. Make sure you go to TikTok, because if I don't plug this, Owl will do mean things to me. So make sure you go, please. Sarah McLachlan music is playing, and now's an angel. Please, if you don't want me to get tortured or picked on by Owl, please go to the TikTok.
Or if you do, still go to the TikTok, because I'm pretty sure she has very many hours of footage of her torturing Mac at some point.
Yes, exactly. It's so sad. So make sure the eyes of an angel.
Also, check us out on Is It Rotten?
Yeah, make sure you go
Film Talk.
Film Talk. Me and Scott definitely gonna do Film Talk. We got to do that Moonlight episode. We just did, guys. This month, guys, we got a lot of stuff done. This month we just did our episode on Is It Rotten? We're gonna get it out. It was a terrible film. I don't understand why. Yeah,
it was another pick of mine.
Yeah, Spy Hard. Fuck. We'll talk about that off here. And we're gonna be doing Film Talk. Don't worry, me and Scott are gonna do Film Talk. We just got to get it. Also, Dope Albums will be coming back. I just gotta get with Trill, and we're gonna get that done. And GF1 Sports will be back. Me and Trill just got to get a time right. Right now, everything's hectic. Everything's work with me and trying to do TikTok, but we're gonna get it together. But that's it for me, people. I'm gonna shut up. Scott, it's your. Your time.
Bye.
That's it. What?
I plugged everything I need to plug.
Damn it. Okay. Well, bye, people. Bye.
Bye.